त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Hello everyone. Shri Mataji, good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's session, last day of the intermediate session, intermediate series, session 14. Amazing where the time has gone. So we've got a little bit of a long session today. We'll do a bit of a recap, do a couple of meditations as usual, and then talk about what's going to happen from now on going forward as to where you'll be transitioned to. Sorry, someone else is Chris. I'm going to mute your audio. So we get to talk about that. So let me just give me a second to share. Okay. So what have we done, or where have we got up to, or what our understanding, I suppose, has been about the series, or about what we have learned about our subtle system, about how it relates to our whole system as we know by science. So when we're talking about science and Sahaj, we're kind of talking about two, the Eastern kind of philosophy, or the Eastern perception, and the Western philosophy, or the Western perception of people around the world. Now, we know that science, when we're talking about science and things we've discovered up to now, we know that science is, humans are a network, so we know about our nervous system. We know that it's the control center of our body. We know it's, a whole network of nerves, sensory organs that obviously interpret the outside world. That the human, the belief that the human consciousness is obviously created by this nervous system. So because of that, our interpretation is influenced by obviously our experiences, our conditionings, our expectation. So in a way, it's kind of you're left in the sense of your conditionings, your expectations on the right, and then all the experiences, forming that consciousness, forming what we are. Now, so it kind of makes it a closed system. So it's this nervous system, this body that is giving everything, running everything, and that's it. So very much of a closed system. Whereas the Eastern, being a closed system, obviously it's finite, and which in the end means that because this is it, everything that's created in it is in it, and everything is just in our head, everything is what we are. So this ends up creating a lot of the stressors, because day-to-day life, the aim is just, yes, in the future, what we can do, it's become very materialistic, going away, of what we can see, wealth, what we can, achieve and all that, creating a lot of stress. Now, when we talk about the Eastern perception, though, the main thing about it is that they don't talk of it as a closed system. It's more that you're like a seed, like an embryo, and the embryo within the seed, which you then plant in the earth, which then grows into trees. So this, to do that, it utilizes the energy and the resources, of nature. So you're talking about the earth, the water, etc., to grow and nurture to full potential. So through, which is what we have seen in the sense of that we talk about the Kundalini within ourselves being the embryo. And once this dormant energy of the nervous system is ignited, is kind of establishes that connection, then we are utilizing those innate qualities, the energy source of the elements of of the cosmic energy around us to then activate, which then activates our parasympathetic nervous system. So the so then what happens is that then it gives us, I suppose, the ability to integrate the control of the nervous system through our limbic area with the cosmic energy. So it's like an energized, functional, motherboard. So we're talking about, it's like a microphone. So we become like a microphone that's now plugged into the PowerPoint, to the source, to then help us work. So this then ends up. Sorry, give me a second. This prevents that kind of swinging from the left to the right, swinging like a pendulum, to then create those blockages, and we kind of tap into those nature, into the balances, the natural balances of your elements, etc., etc. So then what happens? Let's have a look here. So connection. So once we're doing that, instead of causing the stresses that we're talking about, the nervous system now, through being connected to the cosmic energy, starts to get the unlimited kind of source of energy to relax, restore, recharge, to nurture and grow, to establish, of course, the deep concentration, your positive emotions, re-engage your nervous system, and hence the full health of the system. So this is just a little animation. I don't know if it actually works or not. No, it doesn't. To just show that your brain, is just those neural connections in the brain. So each thought is a connection between a few neurons, and hence you have the different waves, alpha, beta, gamma, and theta waves that kind of influence the brain patterns of what's happening in the brain. And as we have experienced in Sahaj, we talk about that space between the thoughts, this theta waves, that's to establish that peace within ourselves, and that connection within ourselves. So the main, again, here, this is the Eastern knowledge we were talking about, where where's my cursor here? Yes. So where we talk about the plexus, so through science, we know, so say, for example, we have the base plexus, the second one, which is the Swadhisthana, looks after the excretory systems and part of the digestive system, the one for the Nabhi, so the plexus. So if you see you've got the plexuses are actually controlled outside the nervous system. So it's outside the spinal cord. So those plexuses within the spinal cord in our cerebrospinal fluid. So there's this fluid channel in which we have the energy centers. So they're not actually a physical entity, but just energy, like a nucleus within an atom. So it kind of controls everything that's happening outside. So that's the Western science that we have read, school, uni, and everything, that this is what it is, this is what it controls. So how does that, and so these are just the names of the plexuses in terms of what they're doing. So how is that then related to what we've been talking about? So we say that it is, yes, the sympathetic nervous systems are, the left and the right energy channels. The parasympathetic nervous system, which we can't control, is our central channel. And these, while we so with each of these energy centers, sorry, I keep looking at my computer, each of these energy centers now have innate qualities within themselves, which once connected starts to actually flow within us and start to establish within us. So rather than just that brain power, that mental kind of going, no, I am going to be peaceful. I am going to try and be loving, or I am going to not talk. So instead of like the brain controlling the brain, we're actually getting those qualities infused and imbibed within, automatically within that, within us, within the brain. So it's kind of what we talk about, the spirit becoming the ruler of the brain that we have spoken about. So each of these qualities are established within us. Now, one of the things that I find is the most difficult, which ends up being the biggest hurdle, is the fact that there's sixth energy center here, that one. Because yes, the brain, but all these reactions that we're talking about, all that thinking and planning of the future, all the reactions that we have for ourselves, from other people, of things happening in our world, things that we have planned but is not working out, all those worries, everything that we are talking about kind of ends up, unfortunately, causing a problem because of this energy center. Because so what we call as that pathway, the narrow, it ends up being that really, for this, the really narrow pathway to then cross through, to reach through the Sahasrara, and that breakthrough that in the last 3 sessions we had Vaibhav and Hitoshi talking about. So we've got our realization, we've got the experience of our Kundalini awakening. It's being, reflected as vibrations on our hand. We've been meditating, we've been feeling our energy centers, we've been, balancing them. So what does it reflect? So we're hoping, hopefully, what it's reflecting is that part of that realization process and part of achieving and finding ourselves and realizing we are the spirit is that we are part and parcel of the whole. That in reality, the truth within us, that the truth is the spirit within us. So that now we know that we are the spirit. So then we have to acknowledge, and without a doubt, that it is also reflected in each of us. So as I am the spirit, so is the other person. So that makes it a little bit easier to kind of get across this Agya hurdle, that we call as the narrow path or the gateway to heaven, the cosmic energy through the Sahasrara here. So once we realize that, yes, we are the spirit, then it is easy to cross that Agya, because suddenly now it's easier to forgive. Because if I am the spirit and I am in the now, and the present is the truth and the reality, whatever has happened and whatever is going to happen is no consequence. So you kind of have that ability to enjoy being in the present and the now, and just letting things kind of flow by. So again, a big thing about I forgive myself is also I forgive everyone, just as I forgive myself. So then we get the true meaning of what we are talking about, is that self-realization, that knowing that the union with the divine, the doer and the enjoyer. So the yoga, as we are talking about, is what it means, the union with the divine, the self being reflected as the spirit, and then once the Kundalini, of course, is the reflection of the divine within ourselves. So it's like the seed, the embryo within the seed that's reflecting the tree, which then grows, once you put the seed in the earth, it grows to then reflect, become, or reflect the tree and the truth of what the tree is also. So we have achieved the union with the divine, we have achieved our self-realization. So what happens now? The thing is, or the goal is to establish this, to help more and more of those strands of the Kundalini, the energy to awaken. And we do this by cleansing and balancing our subtle system. We go through introspection and growth. We go through, growing into further into the next dimension. So when we talk about thoughtless awareness, we talk about it being the fourth dimension. So then we are moving towards, as we establish that the meditation, as we establish the depth in our meditation, as more and more strands of the Kundalini are awakening and stay up, and we are able to keep in that thoughtless awareness for longer, we are moving towards the fifth dimension, which is the doubtless awareness. So, which is then again experiencing that love and that joy of being part and parcel of the whole. So changing that perception and changing the perception of ourselves and the world. So I would like to, so with all of that, I would like to invite Chris from Perth to talk, to kind of talk to us about celebrating the self-realization, the divine love and joy that is the cosmic energy, the all-pervading power. Hello, Chris. How are you?
How you going, Rita?
Very good, thank you.
It's been great to be part of the last program of this intermediate series, and you've done a wonderful job, Rita.
Oh, many people involved, but thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's been incredible, and also thank you for the participants that have. There's many currently watching on Zoom, so it's absolutely fantastic.
And YouTube, yes, absolutely. So shall we start today's session then? I'll let you take us through a little meditation and we carry on.
Yeah.
Let us know what you're going to be doing. Beautiful. Thank you.
So we'll just do meditation and listen to
Mother's Talks.
Yeah, Mother's Talks. There's two of them. They're very good, very powerful talks.
Yeah.
And so we'll just try to get the joy, the experience of Sahaja Yoga's
yes.
the experience of joy, and also watching our attention, keeping it pure, and also experiencing the truth. And that's not a truth that's facts or anything like that. It's an experience of truth within yourself. And it's not a duality. And the attention is pointed inward. So we're going inward. It's an inward journey. And and the most important thing about that is in that inward journey is that we've got our self-realization, and we do meditation for that connection with it, what Rita called sort of this cosmic energy. And in that connection, we go thoughtless, and in that thoughtless space, we build the capacity within ourselves to experience that joy of the spirit, the awareness of the spirit, as a consistent thing in our lives. And also we experience sort of what everybody's looking for, a sense of certainty about things. But that's sort of in your everyday life, you feel that. And also you see the wonderful nature of the world that's been created. You see the spirit of others, and you get this feeling of oneness and being part and parcel of the whole, as Rita's referred to. So what we'll do is do the meditation first, get into a meditative mood, and before we listen to the talks by Shri Mataji. So what we'll do is we'll raise the Kundalini. So put your attention on your left hand and move your right hand in a clockwise fashion around it, and then bring it to the fontanelle and tie 1 knot, and then do that a second time, 1 for each nadi or channel, and then tie 2 knots above the fontanelle, and then do it a third time with the center of channel, and tie 3 knots, and then do a bandhana, a bond of protection, or your aura. So up and back, from left to right once, second, third time, fourth time. Keep your attention at the fontanelle. 5th time, 6th, and 7th. All right, and now we'll do a little bit of balancing, and the most important balancing is at the beginning is to ground ourselves to the Mother Earth. So we put both hands to the Mother Earth, and we draw on the power of the Mother Earth, a very powerful element, to bring us innocence and true humility. And also we draw on the Mother Earth for its wisdom. So innocence is the foundation of all the chakras. So please give me innocence. Mother Earth, please give me the innocence. So that innocence is already within me, but it needs to be enhanced and manifested. Please give me the innocence. Now keep your attention at the base of your spine with both of your hands pointed to Mother Earth. And I'll just say a mantra in Sanskrit to invoke the essences of that quality, of that chakra, the Muladhara chakra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Now take your left hand and just place it on your lap, and keep the right hand pointed to Mother Earth. So by doing this, we clear the left side of emotions, so all the negative emotions and imbalances, so our conditionings and habits which are holding us back. So allow the Mother Earth to suck those out, all those ones we've added on to ourselves during the day, whether it's been a good day or a bad day. So Mother Earth, please take out all those negative emotions, as well as those conditions and habits which are holding us back from our journey in meditation, our growth and our ascent. Please take out all those negativities. Please take out the lethargy, the procrastination that's stopping us from going deeper and living a fuller life, a connected life. So all those things that made us drift during the day into place or space, which was emotionally negative. Mother Earth, please take those. Please suck them out of me. You might feel things moving on your left hand. Or on your whole left side. All right, now let's take your right hand and put it on your lap, and then take the left hand and point it to the sky, so it's just above your shoulder. And the palm facing towards you. So here we're going to ask the ether element to take out all the excess heat from our liver, from all our excess planning and ambition during the day. And the ether element, please take out all the ego, the identifications, the false identifications I have, and the over activity, the unnecessary activity that I've been through during the day. So allow the left hand to be a chimney to funnel out the heat. If there's any overworking of the liver and can't get rid of the heat, and that's disturbed our attention, just allow the ether element to take all that out. And now take that left hand and place it on the lap, and get your right hand, and you need to clear the center. So we take our hand can be activated. Our hands are activated. So we bring up the Kundalini by bringing that right hand through the center, up there, the narrow gate between the ego and the superego, and up there above the fontanelle. So do that once, as if you're taking the energy, the strands of Kundalini to the top. And do that a second time. And do it a third, and keep your attention there. So not a concentration, just your attention, and just edge of your awareness above the fontanelle. And take your right hand back, face upwards, or palm upwards on your right lap. This is thoughtless awareness, so the thoughts come, we forgive them and let them go away. Let's put our right hand on our heart, which we call our left heart. And with your attention on this area, just say to yourself confidently, I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. So we've all got our self-realization, which gives us the potential of experiencing the Spirit, the feelings of eternity, of pure joy, love that is detached. Mother, I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. Now with your attention at the fontanelle, we're aiming at a constant state of inner joy, which is not a duality of unhappiness or happiness. An inner peace. Mother, please let me feel the joy in my spirit. Where I'm sincerely at peace with myself. Right, now with the attention above the fontanelle, we'll play a talk by Shri Mataji. And when we play the talk, don't get into a thinking process, just listen to it through your saraswara.
Sure, thanks, Chris. And anyone who's got their feet in the water, please finish off with foot soak now. Thank you.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. As I told yesterday to you that truth is what it is. It will be what it will be. You cannot change the truth for your adaptation or for your mental projection or for your own convenience. It will remain whatever it is. The first point of truth is that it establishes itself despite all kinds of agencies or all kinds of forces which are anti. Second, it is that it caters for the honest seekers. It's like a little root coming out of the seed, goes round and round, fix itself onto the source. The third is that it may shatter some of your ideas. It may upset some of your convictions. But when it appears, it is such a great joy that absolutely you are lost in the ocean of that enjoyment. You forget everything that you have missed. You are happy that you have lost that dirty boat of yours, that hanging and everything that you had, and now that you have become one with the ocean of joy. The truth is your spirit. It is eternal. It is the expression of God within you. Because we have not been able to achieve that in our consciousness, we are disturbed, upset, feel sometimes as if we are ruined people. But spirit cannot be ruined. It cannot be dried out. It cannot be killed. It resurrects you, fills you up with all the blessings of the divine. That's the connection you have to get. Any instrument that is made, if it is not connected to the mains, has no meaning. In the same way, you are made so beautifully, so gloriously and delicately, that only thing we have to do is to put the mains. And the joy of becoming yourself is fantastic. So the second point which I said was that it can be shattered, your conviction. And that's why I have to tell you that when you listen to me, you should not get upset. It is not at all to upset you. I have nothing to get from it, nothing to get. This is your own property within you, and you have to remove all the shackles, all the overpowering ignorance, and just get to the truth as it is and as it manifests. The manifestation of the truth, the spirit, is beyond human understanding, in the sense that it is a happening. It happens to you that you become the spirit. And something that has to happen cannot be comprehended with this limited brain, because I am talking about something that is unlimited. So you have to be prepared to be triggered into the space which is unlimited. This happening is definitely miraculous and spontaneous. It is the greatest happening that a human being can ever think.
So let's bring our attention up to the fontanelle. Let's take our right hand and place it on our forehead. This is one of the blocks, this chakra, that could be easily holding us back. So to clear this chakra, we need the quality of forgiveness for all others, all things, and ourselves as well. We must forgive ourselves. So we say a prayer or a mantra to clear this chakra. or we can use our hand as well. So I'll say a prayer. I'll say the Lord's Prayer. And you just keep your attention on your forehead. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not in temptation, for thy is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. And I'll just say a Sanskrit mantra that invokes the divine essence of this chakra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mary Jesus Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. I forgive. I forgive from your heart. I forgive. I forgive. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Just take your hand back to your lap. And now we'll just take our right hand to our heart again. And this time we'll use a Sanskrit mantra as well. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. I am the Spirit. So with our attention again at the Saraswara, let's listen to the next talk from Shri Mataji.
The peace has to be within to begin with. You have to be peaceful within yourself. If you are not peaceful, if you are playing tricks with your ego, if you are just satisfying yourself saying that you are peaceful, you are sadly mistaken. Peace is to be enjoyed within yourself. It is to be felt within yourself. So do not give wrong satisfactions to yourself. Do not give false notions to yourself. Don't cheat yourself. It is not that if you have too much of silence outside, you feel peaceful. The peace has to be within yourself. You have it. Your spirit is absolutely peaceful. Avyagra. without restlessness. There is no restlessness in your spirit. Absolutely peaceful and steady. It is for you to feel it. It is not for anybody else to certify you. This is one thing. Secondly, when I am telling you something, you think I am not telling you. It doesn't register in your brain. You think I am telling it to XYZ but not to you. You are not in it. That's another sign there is no peace. Because there is no peace, there is no registration. Whatever goes into your head, that is going to work out. But what I find that people have concave personalities. Then they receive it. Those who have convex personalities do not register anything. The registration is so poor that whatever I say doesn't have any effect on them. So to have peace, the best way to put your mind right is to think of good things. Think of the flowers, not of the thorns. What good things others have done to you? What good things there are? What are the beautiful moments you have had? And count your blessings. Count your blessings. Otherwise, you cannot create peace. Peace, हे ग्रस्त कोण तिकडे उभे जाऊन बघा बरं. असं बघायसारखं उभं राहायचं. इकडे उभे राहा पण असं यायचं नाही इथे. You need not pay attention to everything like that. Keep yourself attention at peace. Keep the peace inside with your attention inside. Actually, if you really allow all my words to go inside your brain, I'm sure I'll achieve the results. But with the convex mind, it's very difficult. Just suck in. The another aspect of peace is never try to support anything that is boisterous or which is destructive or also destructive. Anything that is destructive is never to be supported. But anybody who is being tortured or aggressed or dominated is to be protected and supported. If you have the strength of peace, you can do it just by standing there. You don't have to fight for your peace. But if it comes to that, a person like Hitler, when he came, people had to fight for their peace. Now, the second part of our culture has to be bliss. People should see bliss working on us. People should feel there is bliss. If a person is blissful, he looks blissful. He emits bliss. He radiates it. He doesn't look a miserable, unhappy creature who is all the time grudging, grumbling, or worried about little petty things here and there. And nobody has right to disturb anybody's bliss. Somebody is in a blissful state, try to copy that person and become that. But people get jealous of such people who are blissful and try to disturb. That's why so many saints were tortured, because they are so blissful and happy people. We have to enjoy our bliss within. That's important. perhaps you are not aware of the bliss that you have. Not at all aware. Bliss can only come through gratitude. Only through enlarging your heart with gratitude. Bliss is the reward of gratitude. The gratitude which is not just worldly or just spoken lip service, but is from the heart. Is from the heart, the gratitude of the heart. And the blissful people are never jealous of others. Because what is greater than bliss? Bliss has so many dimensions that you go beyond the realm of cause and effects.
So let's go inward, and in the final part of this meditation, let's get our left hand on our liver on the right side. So take our left hand and place it on the liver on the right side. So this is the seat of our attention. Mother, please give me pure attention, untroubled attention. Please help me stand on my own dignity. Make me steady in my seeking, sincere in my seeking. Help me to keep my attention inward. So I can keep in the meditative mood. And experience the joy of my spirit. All right, now let's put our hand back, and then in our heart we just say, Shri Mataji, thank you for our self-realization, and thank you for helping us experience our spirit, the joy. We're forever grateful for you. And now we'll just, there's still many things to go, so we'll raise the Kundalini. Tie one, and we'll do it slowly. Second time. Keep your attention, center of the palm, of your left hand, move your right hand around it. Tie 3 knots. And then do the bandhan. So your right hand over to the left. Sweep the right hand over the fontanelle, down the right side, back again to the left. Second time. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. And seventh. Feel the joy. Which is your birthright. It's your natural state. Just look at your hands, or put your attention to your hands and see what you feel. We're using a mantra, a Sahaja Yoga mantra. Invokes the divine essences of a particular chakra. And the experience could be much more powerful than just saying an affirmation. We have to say it with dedication and sincerity. Thank you for joining the meditation. I think we're going to have some engagement now. So if anybody's got a Rita, are you back?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I wasn't sure if you were going to talk a little bit more about mantras or not. So,
Well, I said a bit.
yes, we can bring that back up topic at the end, I suppose, while we're discussing. But look, thank you so much. That was such a wonderful meditation, and I hope all our seekers out there today also felt that drenching, in vibrations. And
Felt a little bit of the bliss.
it was absolutely no doubt about it. And I mean, look, Mother's talks were amazing, and I think
fantastic talks, Rita.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think the main, the aim, I suppose, of when we're listening to Mother's talk is that, that introspection that should happen, or, the reflection, and I suppose the honest introspection, and then imbibing those qualities, the essence of the talks that we're listening to. So it's a continuous kind of growth process that's happening within us. And I think before actually our seekers leave us, I would love to invite everyone, being the last session, to please put your cameras on, come and say a little bit of a hi and a hello, to join us, to introduce yourself, to talk about some of your experiences, which will be amazing. And also, this is the last day of the intermediate session. So congratulations, you've graduated.
Fantastic. Thanks for sticking it out. That was great.
Yes.
So what's the journey after this, Rita?
So now basically, they graduate into what we call as the ashram series. So what happens is, they've joined our WhatsApp group, and it got renamed to the Intermediate Series from Beginners January 2023, and we just rename it again into Ashram Series. So you don't have to do anything per se once you've joined, once you're in the WhatsApp group. The days will be the same. So it will be still Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The link will be the same that you've been using up to now. We will post a reminder at the start, about an hour or half an hour at the start of the session, so you don't have to keep looking for the link. And anyone else who is, following this or is watching this, you're welcome to join us through the www.freemeditation.com.au/Jan2023. And you can join our WhatsApp group from there. So
same time.
Same time. Yeah, same time. Same time.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That is correct. 9 p.m. Sydney time. The difference, there's a slight difference because the ashram series is kind of more that the aim is to achieve that depth. So we've got the information, we've got the basic knowledge, we've got that. But now you're achieving your depth, you're kind of learning from what you're feeling yourself. We're learning from, there's no kind of I'm teaching you, or we're giving no PowerPoints and slides. So it's quite a great, cleansing session. So we do foot soak every day. We do, we kind of have a great clearing. So we'll have some mantras, we'll have whatever is needed. A great way is that of engagement in this is because when we're running the sessions, if say, for example, I'm feeling, a certain energy center the last few days I've been working on and it's not clearing, or I don't know what to do, just pop us a little message on the WhatsApp group. Can we work on, say, the Swadhisthana today? Just give me a few hours notice, at least a couple of hours will be great.
Yeah,
and then
on WhatsApp.
On WhatsApp, yeah. So that foot soak session, we can then concentrate on the Swadhisthana, or even when we are meditating. So it's very fluid. It's very kind of focused on clearing, meditating, and achieving.
And if one participant's got a particular issue that they want to deal with, you can deal with it in a
Absolutely, absolutely. And so we also do a lot of, I suppose people, if you're feeling that because it is that practice, kind of doing, but if you need extra vibrations, we kind of work on each other. We'll put bandhans for each other to help clear out a little bit more. So that's also, again, a great experience of seeing how other people, like we can help each other. It's not just about clearing or bandhaning yourself. It is how you can also help other people to do that.
And Rita, is the basic clearing technique foot soak?
The basic clearing technique is foot soak, but we do introduce others from now on. So other things we can do with, the candle treatment, 3-candle treatment, or there's, again,
But
depending upon.
But if you joined in, you'd expect that you'd have your foot soak ready.
Absolutely. Every day you have your foot soak bucket ready. So this is your end of the day, we are clearing out, we are trying to do a little bit more meditation. And then there's morning meditations that we can attend. There's also, I'll post those links in the WhatsApp group. So anyone that runs every day, so anyone who wants to attend those morning meditations can also then attend daily morning meditations collectively.
A real growth spurt.
Absolutely, yes. So
it'll turn everybody into a bliss bunny.
Yes. So, absolutely. So I think I've got. Let me start with Richa and Vaishali. If you could turn your videos on, or if you don't want to camera shy, please have your audios on and share your experiences. Hello, Payal. Hi, Luke and Peter, Samir, Susie are here. So thank you so much. Hello, Luke.
Hi, Rita. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Luke.
Hello.
Great to
see you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah. So what are you feeling, Luke?
I feel quite relaxed. I really enjoyed the meditation. It was really good. Thank you.
Perfect.
It was
Beautiful.
a pleasure, Luke.
Now, have you joined the WhatsApp group, Luke? I can't remember whether.
I got off WhatsApp because I was getting a lot of strange messages from scammers. So every time I've been on like Facebook or WhatsApp or Twitter, every time. So
okay. No, that's okay. Look, I'll just post the links I'll send them as a text message and you can join in. But the link is the same. It's the same as this that you've joined, and it will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So it'll be the same link, same time, and I'll post you the morning meditation one. But that you'll be asleep. Western Australia time is 3 o'clock in the morning. So so the morning meditations are at 6:30 a.m. Sydney time. Yes, I think it's about. Is it 3 o'clock there, Chris? Or
yeah, daylight saving's still on, so it'll be quite early in the morning.
Yeah,
you have to be very keen. Yeah. But the evening session, which is at 6 Perth time, daylight saving, Eastern States time. Yeah, that'll be okay.
Yeah, hi Vaishali and Richa. Can you log in so you can still be? We can have everyone on here on the camera. That'll be great. Thank you. So look, with the meditations that you've been having and doing, would you like to share an experience of a meditation you had where you kind of found that distinct change or anything new that you have experienced?
Any subtle things going on there?
It's very, very subtle. Oftentimes I can feel the coolness coming off the top of my head.
That's good.
Yeah, so that kind of flutters and comes and goes from time to time.
Oh, good. And it's amazing when you feel that, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, lovely. Hello, Richa. Hi, Vaishali. Thanks for joining back. How are you? Or joining in?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. So, who wants to go first? We're kind of hoping to have a great sharing of experiences today, or chit chat, or questions. Hi, Payal. Do you want to join in?
Good morning from my side. So
good morning. Hello, Carol. Good morning, Payal. Nice to hear you.
Yeah. So it's been like being in Sahaj from 4.5 years. It's an amazing journey. And I'm still learning new things. So it's like a wonderful experience till the time.
Don't worry,
Every
30
day is
years
a new,
later, we find
and
we're still
like it's
learning.
very
Learning all the
peaceful
time.
right now. So I don't want to talk right now.
Okay, no worries. Look, thank you very much, Doi, for
Thank
attending the
you.
sessions and that. We'll see you in the morning. No
Hi,
worries at
Richard.
all. Hello? Sorry, who was saying hello? I couldn't see.
It's Richard there. We can see vision. No, we can't hear her.
No. No. Payal didn't have the camera on. It's very, very early in the morning for her there, 4:30 a.m. or 5 a.m. or something like that. Hello, Carol. How are you?
Hi, Rita. Hi, Chris. I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Nice
Thanks for
to
joining
see
us.
you. Yes, thank you
been a-
very much for joining.
Yes, it's been a great pleasure being in this advanced class, and I get an awful lot. But what was great about today was the peace and bliss that you could feel from the meditation, Chris. And I forgot to do my foot soak at the beginning, so at Samataji's
Yeah,
peak.
and apologies, I forgot to remind people.
Yeah, don't worry. The presentation, I just decided to put my feet into the bucket, and so it was an excellent experience. The vibrations were just very strong.
It's good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Perfect. But that I suppose, Carol, what is absolutely a great example of, we talk about, that fluidity of things happening, or there's no restrictions on that. I did put a little message on the chat about, because the meditation we had already gone into, so I didn't want to say about reminding about foot soak. But what you did is perfect. You had the meditation, and when you're watching mothers, when you were watching mothers talk, you put the feet in the water and you cleared out, because again, it's even a better way. And that is what we do, when we have foot soaks in the advanced series. Now we do a short that, but we do foot soaks with mothers talk, and it all varies again every time depending upon how we're feeling. And that's exactly what it is. It's not, there's no kind of strict conditioning format that it has to be done. It's
You can
it's
do it
a
for
very
30
sahaj, spontaneous process.
Spontaneous,
Exactly.
yes. So you're getting there.
Yes,
That's good.
it was beautiful. Thank you both. Thank you. But the whole series has just been amazing for me in
Thank
helping
you.
to clear
Glad
out.
to hear that. Do you remember any distinct kind of experience that you'd like to share, or something?
Yes, I think one of the distinct experience was in the breakout room with one of the Sahaja Yogi, and I can't remember his name, sorry, but I think where I was very left-sided. I was having a lot of problems on my left side, and that clearing has helped my left side. I feel more calm. My brain, the chatters seem to be lessened. And so when I wake up in the morning, I feel as though I've had a really good night's sleep, and I can wake up and connect.
Yeah.
So I tend to do the Ganesha Atava Shisha. I read that before I get out of bed to set me up for the day. So that again has been very helpful. Before I come into meditation.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
Really
great.
good
That is
feedback.
beautiful. And yes,
Yeah.
part of that mantra thing that we were going to introduce, Carol has done that for us, talking about Ganesha Tarvashish, which is beautifully done, Carol.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent.
And this is what we talk about, like when we are doing the sessions, when we're doing our foot soak sessions with the ashram series. That's exactly what we do, just learning more about few of these techniques, like the Ganesha Tarvashish that you're learning, how that can then help to kind of clear out the Muladhara, the first energy center. But because the left side starts from the Muladhara, it also helps to clear that out. So mantras are an amazingly powerful tool for that, which we kind of start to introduce and use more and more. But look, don't the affirmations we say are equally powerful, because when said from your heart, like, when you're expressing a desire, we don't know Sanskrit, we don't know, Sanskrit is called as the God's language, we don't know how to do it. So in our language, so when we are expressing that desire, that is what is igniting, the Kundalini.
Yeah.
When
Expressed from the heart by a realized person.
Absolutely,
So that's the most important thing, is that when you're got your realization and you're establishing that connection through watching these webcasts, and you're using affirmations or mantras or prayers or listening to music, that's a great it's a great assistance for you to go deeper.
That's right. And as you're meditating, it's then through those sound waves, through those vibrations, it just helps to then sync our own, the resonance of those just helps to resonate and bring our energy centers kind of back into balance. So that's just an additional help.
Thank you.
I find the ashram series very helpful after a long day at work and driving home on the freeway, and then coming home and going to foot soak and listening or participating in the mantras on a collective basis. I find that really, really good. It really takes out the gunk of the day.
Thank you, Chris. I'm glad to hear that. So we might go. I think Vaishali is one of our other newest little babies in our collective. How are you, Vaishali?
I'm very good. I was actually same as Carol. I forgot about the foot soak in the beginning, and now I'm just finished with it and feeling like the meditation was so powerful. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Uncle. And the knowledge that is being imparted during the whole session, like it's amazing how small little things lead to all these issues in our body, like anger, like frustration, like worry. Yes. How simple it is to get rid of them. That is only possible through Sahaj. Like otherwise you go out in the normal world how I would like to refer them, and they'll
we've created an artificial world where we actually generate dissatisfaction, anger, sort of, it's almost like creating this uprootedness in everybody. But we need Sahaj to reconnect, to
absolutely
reground.
Reground.
Yes, absolutely. And I agree with you, Uncle. Ganesha Darvishesham is amazing. It's very powerful. Whenever I'm feeling like a little down, or when you're not able to think of anything else, that is the escape. I mean, it's beautiful. Thank you for all this knowledge. And I have had so many experiences, like where earlier the same emotions I was not able to handle, and now I'm like such simple tips and tricks, and I'm able to in a few moments I'm able to come back from left and be able to feel the present, be able to feel mother inside my heart, and just at that very click it's like, oh, I'm so blessed, my mother is in my heart, how can I be scared, or
how could there be any fear?
Absolutely.
Yes, and I think you've touched on a very important point, Vaishali, is that it's not that you don't get upset or you don't get cross, or it's it might be something that the worry has come about the finance, or as you might feel emotional. But the important thing is that you've got the tool and the power and the Kundalini to just then kind of come back in the center. So that switch that happens. Like instead of doing, the pendulum going that far, it's only that little bit maybe, or it just is much quicker getting back into center by, using the tools that we've got. Yeah.
You have the capacity for sustained steadiness.
Yes,
So you'll still get negativity, and it may niggle you. It may actually be winning, but you can never be defeated.
You can, that's right. But
you can never be
instead of
defeated
doing
as a
that
Jodi
swing,
practice.
yes, that's right. You're kind of there more in the center. So, Richard, thank you very much, Vaishali. Did you want to, Vaishali? I think we've had some amazing experiences with her meditation, and with having, as she was saying, in terms of your health, you've had huge benefits. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, if I look back 2 years back when I joined Sahaj, I was in, I think, I should say, I was in a state where I was so clueless, and I was very sure that whatever is happening to me, I knew it's not curable, and I had no idea how things will turn up, what is going to happen. And because of that, my mental health was also very, very, it was in a pathetic state, I would say.
Yeah.
But just 2 years now, I'll give all the credit to Mother and Sahaj that I'm I'm kind of I'm on the reverse cycle on my on my health. I would say that it's getting cured, and even my GP was very amazed on seeing my blood test reports like two months back, and he called me and he was like, whatever you're doing. I told him that I'm not taking any medicines, and I've stopped the medicines which they prescribed me here. I went to India for a short while for trying to get some better treatment, and going there I got to know that allopathic is it's the same. Australia or India, they don't have a cure, so all
Just
they
a band-aid.
yeah. So I went to health center. Thank you, Didi, for advising me and told me the way. I went there, and they gave me, like, they examined my chakras and advised me some treatments and some very, very, very basic things, like, what to eat, what not to eat, and, switching to particular kind of meals and all those things. And um, Didi, you also shared the liver chart, the liver diet with me, and all those things adding up. Just 2 years, like, no, I mean, I went to India last year, May, so it's not even a year, and
6 months, yeah.
And I'm kind of, I'm cured. I can say that. And
that's fantastic.
My general practitioner he was amazed. He was like, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, work out.
Keep doing it.
Continue doing it. That's right. That is amazing. And that's it. It's very hard for the GPs to understand, because science doesn't accept that there is another power, or there's, that kundalini, or there's the subtle system and stuff like that. As I was saying, it's very much about this closed system rather than that infinite link, and that you can actually tap into any energy what you want. And just a quick one before I get to Richa, Vaishali, what Vaishali was mentioning about the health center is it's a Sahaj Health Center up in Delhi that she had visited. Yes, and they do. So there we're looking at quite intensive kind of meditation. So you're spending, the whole aim is to kind of, we want to get our energy centers cleared. We want to find us in that. So you just go there for that. The whole day is basically focused on that.
Working on the subtle system.
On the subtle, amazing experience, amazing, absolutely amazing experience. So, and again, the liver diet, as she was saying, when they talk about food, again, depends exactly on what your subtle system is and what your vibrations are. So if you're meditating and you're feeling quite right-sided, a lot of heat coming on the right hand, as Chris was saying, we're working on the liver. If you find your attention is frittered, you're not able to kind of settle it easily, that reflects on a hot liver. So then we do, the chakras associated is your right nabhi, right swadhisthana. You're working on those chakra-wise, but then on top, you can also help it by not eating food so no heavy food, no fried food, no ice cream, chocolates. As my husband says, nothing good.
No chocolate, no coffee.
No chocolate, no ice cream, so no Coke,
ice cream,
no Coke, no
cream.
coffee, no tea. That's right. No whipped cream.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's again, you're doing it you're again not being, pedantic about it. You're just doing it till you feel like, yes, your liver has cleared up and you can feel that vibrations, you felt the attention settle, and then you're back into your normal. But it's again, being your own master, judging yourself by your vibrations that you're feeling, and then we go through that. So thank you very much, Vaishali. Hello, Richa. Thank you for patiently waiting.
Shri Mataji Devi.
How are you?
Hello, Uncle Chris. How are you?
Yeah, very well. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm sorry I was not camera ready today, so you might see a little hairy like this.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. So I second to what Vaishali Didi was telling, that the series was amazing. Even if if one or two of the sessions or few of the sessions, if I was not able to join, maybe because I was traveling or something, if I would just, in this series, I have realized that it has really improved my attention. Yeah. Even if I'm not able to join, maybe I was not able to join because of any of the reason. If I would have used to be like, no, the series is going on. Somehow I felt that connection, the collectivity.
Yeah.
So that improvement in the attention, I was able to feel during this series. Fantastic. And of course, the speakers were amazing. The interaction with them, it's so amazing to see how beautifully they are growing. And actually, when you see a lot of yogis from different parts of the world, when they join, they share their experiences, and you sometimes you recall you're on the similar fashion, or you learn out of that as well. So in general, I would request from everyone, whoever is listening, that try to record your experiences, whatever you felt that day, while in your meditation or in your day-to-day work. If you feel that there's a difference that is happening because of your meditation, like say for example, in my last, when I was employed in India, one of my manager was very cunning. He was not a good person. I don't know, there was some kind of anger inside him that used to pop up every time. But I saw that whenever I had a strong meditation, or if I'm meditating in the morning and I have a good meditation, there was a kind of calmness that was surrounding me. And that has an effect on him as well.
Yes.
That's very, very small, changes that you will see in your daily routine, that, he was supposed to be quite angry at this point of time, but he's not, since you had a good meditation. So he's also keeping calm. So somehow it is affecting not only you, but also the people around you. Yeah. So I'm sure everyone will have their own this kind of experiences. And I'm just requesting them, you have a try to keep a diary record. Didi, you have already shared that in one of the talks, that Shri Mataji has asked us that if you can note it down, if you can write it down, your experiences, and it really helps us. There could be a day that you feel a little bit down, and if you cling to that memory back, or you cling to that pages back, it really, really helps you to, come out of that left or right or whatever into the present and again, move forward. So
that's absolutely really, really good advice. And that's correct. I mean, as you said, Shri Mataji has spoken about this and also said what happens is, because it's a living process, the energy is real, it is flowing, it is there. So when you're putting, so say for example, you have had a great meditation, you felt beautiful vibrations, or something, as Richard is saying, you've experienced some great, light blowing moment and stuff like that. When you record it, so what happens is when you're down or the vibrations are down, you're feeling, when you go back to that and you put your attention at that moment, it actually becomes that living moment. Those vibrations will come back and start flowing into you and start helping you to bring you back into that balance of that state that you had attained. So, and also it's building back those positive, neural connections in your brain, kind of weakening the tendency or the habit of whatever the negative things were happening. So definitely.
That was in the talk today.
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. And I think what Richa was explaining about the fact that, yes, when she finds she had a deep meditation, it affected the people around her. So this is exactly what we say, is that you become, as your Kundalini strengthens and as more and more of those vibrations come up, you actually become also that source of energy. That Kundalini is radiating through, that energy is going. It's like having a hot, when you have a hot water in a cup, it gets cold because the energy, or the energy is radiating out into the atmosphere and it's cooling down. So it's, the energy is kind of from a higher level to a lower level. There's always that movement happening. So when your Kundalini is awakened, your energy is high, everyone else is down here. So it does help. It helps for radiating that and getting that energy through. Great point, Richard. Thank you very much. And yes, and I suppose this is the great thing about having that interactive session at the back, or questions that come up, please do post. Now, I'm not sure, I know Susie is still here and Peter. Peter, I know you've got volume if you wanted to join up and say hello, or Susie.
We're just on audio?
They're just on audio, yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hello, Susie. How are you?
I'm good. I always follow you. The section from the beginning to now intermediate. Yeah. So everything is really good. I feel I was always overthinking in the past, but since doing this meditation, I feel like I don't have so much overthinking anymore. So really
beautiful.
Very good. Continue to do this every day, at least 10 or 15 minutes.
Fantastic. And that is it. That's the trick to it. We have to meditate every day, morning and night, or at least, once a day, have your foot soaks in the evening to clear out, as Chris was saying, getting the gunk out of whatever we have absorbed.
Yeah, so really, really good. Thank you so much for organizing this for us, Rita and Chris. I've been following you since in person before, the
beautiful.
One.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. It's really.
So, I just waiting for the ones one will be the same link. I just haven't looked on their free meditation website, yeah?
Yes, so the same link that you joined now, that will be the same one for the ashram series. So we will repost it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The links will be reposted to on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
So yeah. So you don't have to go looking for it and searching for it. They'll make it as easy as we can. Thank you, Susie.
Thank
you so much. And look, thank you for staying all the way through. Congratulations. It is fantastic, to see that that discipline that comes in. And then because, and afterwards, it's not like a mental discipline you have to do, because you just enjoy it so much that you want to do it, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah. Well, it's just like breathing.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, yes. Yeah, now, hello, Peter. I see you put your microphone on. Thank you so much for joining. How are you? Hello? Can't hear, so they must be having a technical glitch happening there. Sorry, Peter, can't hear you.
Maybe had to unmute something.
No, he's unmuted. I can see that his microphone is unmuted. It's just not, we're not able to hear. The problem with the microphone. Well, hopefully we'll hear from Peter in the Ashram series then, and we catch up for Foot Soak. So again, just as a reminder, we do, with the Ashram series, we do have, you don't have to do anything. I'll just change the name of the WhatsApp group, so you'll kind of be transitioned into the Ashram series. With the Foot Soaks, we don't have presentations and stuff like we used to do before. We kind of just go into having Foot Soaks. So a lot of it is learning, but it is learning through, clearing and vibrations and mantras and things we put in. Anything new that I put in that we are using for clearing in regards to mantras or those, I will post back into the WhatsApp series in the WhatsApp group, so you always have access to it. And then again, at the end of the session, if you have questions, we kind of stop the video. We stop the streaming so that it's not recorded, and we just come on and have discussions, or if you have questions, or if people have requests for putting abundance or wanting extra vibrations, it just becomes more of a non-recorded session then, and that's how we do. So I think we will wrap up, and thank you so much. I've got a beautiful video to watch, so let's just sit for a few minutes of meditation and finish off. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
Thank you, everyone. It was really a great pleasure. Thank you, Rita. And I need to thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rita.
Thank you,
Thank you for the whole program.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And look, it's been, such a learning curve. Like I was saying, 35 years down the track, you're still learning. There's always something to learn. There's always something, beautiful experiences. And yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all the presenters and all, So yes, it's been lovely, and we'll see you. We'll see you on Monday, starting with the new series of the Ashram series, with more information to come. Let's sit down for meditation again. Shri Mataji.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. It was a real good time.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Shiva